Okay, so I am going to show you today my top 10 stretches. We do not stretch enough. All my clients tell me that. I agree 100%. We need to stretch more, especially as we're getting older. So if you have a band, have it handy. We're going to come down to the floor and we're going to start there and then we're going to finish standing. So bring it on down. Okay, so on your back, first stretch we're going to do is a hamstring stretch. So you're going to take your band if you have it and bring it up like this. If you don't, then you're just going to hold with your hands. Okay, so one of the most commonly found problems with stretching is that we don't hold them long enough. So each stretch needs to be held for a good 45 seconds to a minute. So breathe into your stretch, relax into it. It's going to feel like a long time. You probably think if you stretch long enough, but I actually have the timer over here, so let's see how it feels. We're going to hold it. If you have your band, you hold it a little bit up toward, not too far towards your toes, because you don't want it to fall off and slap you in the face. But just enough so that your toes are being pulled towards you and you're flexing your foot, and this way you also get the calf stretch. You'll definitely get the hamstring stretch, and that's mainly what we're going for. But by flexing your foot and pulling your toes towards your head, you're going to get your calf stretch too. 5 seconds, and then we're going to switch legs. Okay, so I'm just going to go like this. Again, if you don't have the band, just hold your leg. Okay, so close your eyes, breathe, relax. Once you're in the stretch, you want to think about the muscle you're stretching. So we're right here, back of the leg, hamstring, and relax. Think about relaxing it. You want to let go of any resistance the muscle is giving you and just relax it. Elbows comfortable on the floor. If you're holding your leg, then you're just hanging on here. So this leg can be bent for a modification to protect your back. If you can go straight, you'll get more of a stretch there. So you can try it and just make sure it doesn't bother your lower back. Hold, hold, hold. Breathe. You never want to bounce your stretches either, so don't do this. That's how you can pull a muscle. Just hold it in place. As the muscle relaxes, then you can gently pull a little bit further in, but don't bounce. And breathe. Okay, now we're going to do an outer thigh stretch. So you're going to let that leg just fall over the other leg, and we'll switch back at that other leg again. So my elbows are relaxed on the floor. I'm holding the band and I'm just letting go of the leg. I'm letting it hang in the band like it's in a hammock. There's no work that I'm doing to control the muscle. I'm just letting gravity pull the leg down towards the floor. It's resting in the band. If you don't have the band, then you're going to want to just carry that leg over and leave your other arm on the floor as a balance. Be careful not to roll over with your stretch. So think about both shoulders having contact with your mat and then letting the leg relax over the other leg. You should feel this right in your outer thigh, and breathe. And good. Now we're going to take it to the outside. Same thing, shoulder blades are on the floor. The other leg is straight or bent. Straight is a little bit harder, a little deeper in the stretch. So if you have to bend that knee up like this, go ahead. Don't fight it, just let the leg relax in the band. So now we're stretching your inner thigh. So far we've done your hamstring, your outer thigh and now your inner thigh, abductor, adductor muscles. We got to do it on the other leg. And then eventually when we stand, we'll get your quad stretch or your thigh stretch. So this way we're getting all the muscles in your legs stretched out. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Once you find that stretch, just hold. And good. So let's switch legs because we only did the hamstring stretch on this first leg. So we're going to bring it over your other leg. My elbows are relaxed on the floor. I'm holding the band gently, letting the leg fall over the other leg, getting a long stretch in the outer thigh. And once you're in position, just think about the leg being weightless. It's just resting in the band. If you don't have the band, this is what you're doing. Hand for balance. You're holding the leg and you're being careful not to roll over with it. And that works fine too. It's just, I enjoy it with the band. They're very cheap and you can do a lot of exercises with it. So if you don't have a resistance band, you might want to get one. Breathe. The resistance on this band is heavy. They come light, moderate, and heavy. So if you only have a light band, your leg might snap it in this. So just be careful. Never work with the band right in front of your face, just in case. This is a heavy band, so this is great for the leg. And good. Let's now take that leg out to the outside. Fight your body wanting to roll and follow it. With both shoulders on the mat. So if you don't have the band, this is what you're doing. Hand for balance. And you're holding the leg out to the side, which requires a little bit of work to get into that stretch. So that's why the band is really, really good for this one. Especially this one. Just let it, think of the band as a hammock. Just let the leg go. Imagine it's weightless. And breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. The more you stretch, the more you'll be able to zone in on the muscle you're working and think about relaxing that muscle. The first time you might feel resistance and tension. That's why it's good to do your stretches, be consistent. Hold, hold, hold. We're going to be changing position after this. And good. Bring it in. So I'm going to let go of the band. Just take a hug here. And good. I just threw that one in. It actually wasn't on my list, but it should be. So we did hamstring, outer thigh, inner thigh, and now we're going to do your back stretch. So you're going to come to all fours, hands right under the shoulders. And we're going to round the back up, curl your tailbone under, and breathe. And then we're going to straighten out the back as long and straight as you can through your spine, starting from the tailbone, going up through your spine, and right through your neck, and think of the line exiting out the top of your head. From your tailbone, through the back, through the neck, and out, whoop, right there. As long as you can. Retract your shoulders a little bit, feel those upper back muscles. Feel your back getting really straight. Don't arch your back, just lengthen. And now we're going to pull the back up towards the ceiling. So you're rounding in the middle of the back. And then kind of squeeze the glutes a little bit, tuck your tailbone under, and that'll just complete that roundness here through your spine. Take a nice breath in, And on your exhale, lengthen again. So you're dropping the back down into a flat position, and you're lengthening from the tailbone through the lower back, middle back, upper back, through your neck, out the head. So I'm not moving, I'm just kind of giving you a visual of how you're going to lengthen through that spine. So you don't want your spine compressed, you want it long, right? That's what gives us a lot of trouble when you have compression in your spine. And round the back, let's do it one more time. So lifting up in the back, pressing your hands down, lifting your back up. Imagine somebody cradles you right here from the belly and is trying to pull you off the floor. Your hands and your knees have contact with the floor, but everything else is being lifted up. And one more time, straighten and lengthen. So if my head is looking up, my neck is out of alignment with the spine. If I'm looking all the way here with a tucked chin, my neck is out of alignment with my spine. So you want to just look straight down where your neck and your spine are straight, in alignment. A lot of our problems with our back come from misalignment, whether you have scoliosis or just a little bit of bad habits, bad posture. Okay, so we're going to make our way up. You're going to curl your toes and lift. And then walk your hands in towards your feet and slowly come up. So that wasn't a stretch. That was just a smooth transition of getting up off the floor. Okay, so we're up. So far, top 10 stretches. We did hamstrings, we did outer thighs or abductors, we did inner thighs or adductors, and we did your back stretch. So we've covered all the areas in the leg except your thighs, your quads. So if you have something to hold on to, or just a door or anything, a couch, a chair to lean on, hold on for balance. And so sometimes you got to do a 1, 2, 3 and catch your leg. Maybe you need somebody to hand you your foot. But hold it here, and this is going to get a long stretch through your quadricep. Now, if you have a strap or a band, you can also make a loop, and if you don't have anybody there to assist you, you can stretch it here, and you can just kind of hold it up if you can't reach. So you're going to stand up nice and tall, drop your shoulders down. If you want to go deeper in that stretch, then take your knee back behind you, and then, you should feel that stretch get a little bit deeper. Relax the foot you're standing on. I know you're probably curling your toes and rounding the foot to grab the floor. The floor is flat. You can't grab on with your foot, so relax your foot. Otherwise, you're just causing tension when we're trying to stretch and release tension. Holding the stretch. And good. So let's do the other side. Use your loop if you need to. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Hold that stretch. So if you need to stretch with a timer and time it out for a minute, and you can stretch longer, no problem there. But especially if you're new to stretching, I want you to take a short range. Don't worry about taking the leg all the way back there, just a small range, and hold it for a full minute. That's the only way you're going to gain flexibility, and you can't just do it once a month. You got to do it like several times a week. And these are like the large muscle groups in your body that I'm giving you to stretch in this top 10. So if you did 10 stretches for a minute, only going to take you 10 minutes a day. Well worth it. Breathe. And good. Okay. So I'm going to use my band for the next couple of stretches here. We're going to stretch the chest muscles. If you have a band, just take it behind your head and stretch your arms out to the side and back a little bit. So if I turn, I'm using the band to help pull me back. Where you hold the band is going to determine how much of a stretch you get. So if I want to grab in a little bit closer and hold. That feels really good. That feels a lot better. I can feel the chest muscles getting a good stretch, and also through my back. All right, so I'm holding, I'm pulling right here. This is also, you could do it in a doorway. So if, say I'm about to walk into the room and you don't have a band, right? And this is your door frame. You put your hands on the door and then you walk it through the doorway, but your hands are still on the outside, and you can get the same stretch. Doing it here with nothing, you're really not going to feel a good stretch. So use the band or go over and do a doorway stretch, and that's going to really help you get the perfect stretch. So holding, holding, holding. If you feel tension in your neck, let's combine. I do have on my list neck stretches. Let's combine it while holding this stretch. Take your head to one side and then look down at the floor, stretching the back of your neck. And then take your ear to your shoulder. So you don't need to do each one of these for 1 minute, but they're good stretches just to work through in everyday life, anytime. If you're sitting at a desk all day and you're feeling a little tension in the neck, take a few seconds on the neck stretch. Side, hold it, other side, hold it. And when you stretch your neck, make sure your shoulders are down. If they're up here, you're just creating tension in other places. So lots of space between the ears and the shoulders. And then looking down. You feel the tension creep up in your neck. So whether it's during a stretch, at work, anywhere, take those neck stretches. Okay, so along the same line, I'm going to take the band behind me and I'm going to do a side bend stretch. You can do this without the band exactly the same way, just by reaching one arm down towards your foot, one arm up in the air. And we're going to hold. Feet are nice and wide, abs pulled in a little bit, suck it in just a little, not so much that you can't breathe. Always breathe through your stretches. Nice deep breaths. You want to send the oxygen to the muscles that are stretching. That will help them to relax. When the muscles relax, they'll give you more stretch. When you get more stretch, you gain flexibility. Nice side bend stretch here. So reaching up, reaching down. You can definitely do this stretch really good also without the band. The band actually adds a little work in other areas. You're stretching your waist, but you're also working in the arm there by using the band. So if you want to get a little workout in while you're stretching, use the band. If you just want to stretch, just do this without the band. So holding for that 45 seconds to a minute. And other sides. I'm going to drop the band on this one just so I make sure you understand. Without the band, same way. Reaching down towards the foot, up towards the ceiling. And as you hold it and you're taking nice slow breaths on and exhale, you can try and reach a little bit further. Holding, holding, holding. So we did back of the leg, outside of the leg, inside of the leg, front of the leg. Good. We did a neck stretch, we did a chest stretch. Now we're doing a side bend. Breathe. And good. We're going to come out of that, turn your feet forward, stretch it down to the floor. Hold. I have no band on this stretch. Just reaching down towards the toes, lifting up with your hips a little bit here. And the stretch is glutes and hamstrings all the way down the back of your legs. And also a nice stretch on the back. And before we come up from here, just want to warn you, come up slowly. So hold, hold, hold. You want to hold a little longer. You don't have to hold this one for quite a minute, especially if you're starting to feel that blood rushing to your head. You want to come up. Let's start coming up slowly. And good. Hold it right there. When you come up, just breathe for a second. And the last set of stretches I want to do is a twist. So I'm going to take that band back. Not a lot of resistance because we're not working out. We're just stretching. And so in order to get a twist, your hips stay forward and your twist comes from here. This is really, you want to go slow and gentle. So you don't want to over twist. Everybody's flexibility will be different. Hold the arms out, so my arms are here, and I'm twisting through the waist. So I'm not twisting with the arm, I'm twisting from the waist, and everything else is just coming along for the ride. Breathe and hold, relax your shoulders down. I like to think of the twisting stretch like your back is a wet towel and you're wringing it out. You're getting rid of any lactic acid that might be stuck in between your vertebrae there. Other side, center and twist between your shoulder blades, down your spine. We're twisting, we're holding, we're breathing, slow breaths. And by that twisting and bringing out, kind of feeling with your back here as you twist, you're getting the gunk out that's stuck in between your vertebrae. And then you're going to drink lots and lots and lots of water, which is also true for a workout, but definitely true for a stretch session also, because now that you've loosened everything up and you've stretched, your body's going to want to get rid of toxins that were stuck in your body that you now just released. So I want you to drink lots of water throughout the rest of the day. Hopefully you feel invigorated after a nice stretch. We need it. We don't do it enough. And so I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. And I will see you next time.